Thomas Nelson has developed a 5-box journal set that you can buy in individual boxes or as in a single large set. I'm reviewing the complete set that they've sent me for review, and it includes the law, the writings, the prophets, the gospel and Acts, and the epistles and Revelation. It includes 45 books. Most books are a single book of the Bible. Some have books that are combined. Each of the books is a shade of gray, starting with light gray going all the way to the dark gray. So let's take a look at the books. Each slipcase is sturdy and matches the books that are in that slipcase in color and in design. They have the book name printed in gold and then a key verse. They're paperback, but they are sewn. So these are all sewn bindings. The paper, I don't know what the GSM of this paper is, but it's ridiculous. It's probably somewhere around 100. I wouldn't be surprised if that was 100 GSM. But each book, they're made in China. Each book includes the preface to the New King James, and then a book introduction that covers the author, time, key verses, and the theme, and then Christ in that book. Then the text is on the left side. The right side is lined so you can make your own notes. The text itself is 12-point comfort print with lots of space between the lines. It's easy to read from, between 10 and 12 words per line, which is ideal for reading. The show-through is just, there isn't any. There's no show-through at all. Paper has no glare. It's just easy to turn. These are light, easy to handle, easy to deal with. Now, being paperback, they do want to fight you a little bit to stay open. So you'll have to hold them down to write. Across the top, we have the page number, the book name, chapter and verse. And then in the footer, we have the translation footnotes. Glad that they included these. These are good for study. It tells you the variations between manuscripts and which manuscript has the variant. And then it also provides information about the translation choices, information about alternate renderings, that sort of thing. And some of them include references where something is quoted from. This is a black letter text paragraph. I'm glad that it's paragraph. And then that's the content of each book. At the back of each book are several pages of lined paper, and this just finishes out that signature. So some will have 2, some will have 20. So you'll see some variation there. And let's take a look at something I've written. I've done a little bit of writing in these, but not a whole lot. I've written in pencil, and I've written in markers. This uses, here's what I've written with the Sarasa Bible Marking Kit. So I've used black, gray, and pencil. This is the black. So this is the darkest of everything that I used. And it has 0 show-through. Absolutely no show-through whatsoever. Then let's see. Let's take a look at... Now these can be a little bit difficult to pull out of the boxes, but not too bad. It might take you an extra second or two to grab them. So this is with the gray marker. Of course, no show through at all. And then I'll show you pencil. I'm a pencil guy. I like to write with pencil because I can erase it. Because trust me, I make mistakes. It's just safer. It's easier for me, and it does show up fairly well. No show through. But the thing about pencil, and it's using this pencil, is that there's no indentions in the paper. That is smooth, absolutely smooth. And there you can see how I misspelled faithful and had to erase it because, spelling is hard. But that's how each book works. Now, when it has more than one book in the book, it only gives you one of the key verses from one of the books, but then each one has its own book introduction independently. So there's Joel, and there's its book introduction. Amos and its book introduction. I love reading from these. One thing I like about the poetic settings, they're divided in good places. So you don't have a line with one word. They're broken where they make the most sense. I like that. It's more poetic this way. And that's the point anyway. That's the point of the poetic setting in the first place. It does have letters indented. For example, if we go here in the book of Acts, we have a couple of letters in the book of Acts, like that one. And they're indented to stand out from the text. There's another one in Acts 15. There it is. You can see that it's indented. So it's not a major indentation, but it's enough to stand out. You can tell that that's something different from the rest of the text. So there's not a lot of options out there with this kind of design. There is one that I can compare to. So this is our New Testament set from Crossway, and then the Thomas Nelson New King James. Now you'll notice that the New King James is in 2 boxes while the Crossway is in 1. The same goes for the Old Testament. If you look at the Old Testament from Crossway, it is in 1 box, and it's about that wide. I didn't even bring it because I can't set it on my desk and get it in camera and compare to everything else. So I wanted to compare the New Testament. The advantage in having multiple boxes is I can just take that with me, and then I've got the Gospels and the book of Acts with me. Or I can grab this and I have all the epistles. Or I can grab this and I have the prophets. So, there's an advantage in having smaller boxes. I prefer the smaller boxes. So let's compare Matthew. And I'm just picking at random. I just grabbed it because it's the first of the New Testament. The size is the same. Same footprint, exactly. The cover is very similar. The cover on the New King James is a little smoother, but it seems to be the same. Both are made in China. The paper in the Crossway has a cream tint, while the paper in the New King James has a white tint. And there's our difference in font sizes. And you can see the difference in the color tint of the paper. The main thing to notice with the paper is that with the New King James, you have 0 show through. It's really hard to see anything at all. This one, you can see it has show through. I don't know if it's being picked up on camera too well, but it absolutely has show through. It's not enough to care, but it's enough to point out when you're comparing the two. And then the font size is quite a bit larger here. But other than that, they're very similar. Quality is about the same. So let's take a look at our overall size. We have 8 inches by 5 3/4. And most are going to be around a 1/2 inch in that range or less in that range. And that's going to vary quite a bit. So you've got poetry and that sort of thing. So that's a large one. And then you're going to have something, the smallest is this one. So that's how they vary in size. Either of these, though, are easy to carry. Grab that and you've got a few books with you. Grab that and you've got quite a bit to read. But these are great for study, for personal study, for group study. If your group is studying the book of Psalms, then just take this with you. And you can take this with you on trips, take it with you to work or whatever. And you can either just read it, because that's readable. I love reading from that. And then make notes. This is excellent paper for notes. I like this set. I highly recommend it. Even if you just buy one box at a time, I highly recommend this set. It's excellent for personal study and group study. So Thomas Nelson did supply this in exchange for an honest review. I will place some links in the notes. And if you use my links, they are affiliate links. So I do get part of the sale, and that does help me keep BibleBuyingGuide.com running, and I appreciate that very much. And if you have any questions, let me know. And also I'll place links in the notes so that you can see the written review at BibleBuyingGuide.com, where I'll always go into more detail. Thanks for watching.